I hope all is going well and you're having a beautiful, blessed day. And today I want to come and share with you about why I feel a need to dress well and why I have been working on my personal fashion journey. I haven't been working on it for too long, only about a year. Actually, I consider it by myself, but I've always had assistance from people that I love, to give me a hand in certain things when I needed it. But I feel that it is important to dress well because I do agree with a friend of mine, a very new friend of mine. Her name is Rachel Walker. She is the blogger behind therachelreview.com, and I started listening to her around the time of it was last year, around the time of Mrs. Maisel Day. Mrs. Maisel Day was a day that was kind of set up around Los Angeles. For those of you guys who don't know, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, it's an amazing show that is on Amazon, and it's on the Amazon Prime Network. And what Mrs. Maisel Day entailed was all of the prices around LA went down to the prices of the 1950s. And so I have been so inspired by, and excuse me, I'm holding my phone in order to get some height here. I have been inspired by that show so much that I just wanted to. I looked up the subject of how to dress 50s, and I came across a couple of YouTubers. But then I also looked up the subject of how to dress classy because I knew I needed to start putting effort into my clothing in regards to how I looked, without thinking about only the fact that I was going to a show or going to a concert or going to a theater performance, which those were and are some of the funnest moments where I dress up. But I really felt the need to take it a step further and really work on dressing up in my day-to-day life, especially after I saw the video from my friend Rachel. It was basically, she asked the question, do you think you're important? And what makes you important? Those are a couple questions that she asked within the video. And so, yes, I think I'm important. And yes, I believe I'm important. So I needed to start dressing like I was important. But she brought up the fact that we all should, in small ways, dress like we are important and dress up every day, because of the fact that if we are living right now, no matter who we are, if we are living right now, we are a 1 in 400 trillion chance. And of being alive. Okay, so those are the odds that we are born. Those are the odds that we are created and brought into this world to make a difference and be a light to other people. And you know what? I feel so compelled to carry myself in such a better way because of the fact that, yes, I have beaten those odds, but I have beaten those odds in a different way where where I was an 11-week premature child. I was an 11-week premature baby. And so, and I spent 3 months in the hospital without any or minimal touch because I was in an incubator that whole time. And so, and I've gone through a lot of things where I needed therapies and surgeries and things like that. So I really think that when I think of those things, I really do think it is an opportunity to say thank you to God by presenting my best self. And it took me a long time to get there on my own, so to speak, without having to be made to feel like it was a chore that I was doing, in order to present my best self. And so I just really want to drive home the point that it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to go out and buy new clothes. You can wear whatever you want within your closet as long as you take the time to present your best self. So maybe that might mean styling your hair a different way. And I'm talking to mostly ladies here, but I'm also talking to you gentlemen if you so choose to follow this advice. So that may mean styling your hair in a different way. That may mean putting on your best jewelry every day and not just saving it for special occasions. Which is one thing that I have really taken a liking to. I pulled out my best jewelry box a few weeks ago, probably about a month ago, and I said I'm going to use this jewelry box every single day. And I also invested, because of my dexterity and the time it takes me to clasp my necklaces, I also invested in the I think they're called magic clasp. I'm pretty sure they're called magic clasp. And they are magnetic clasp that you put on your necklaces, or I believe they have some in my packaging that you can use for bracelets as well, and anklets too, but I only use the one for necklaces. And I've been really investing I've been really investing the time into getting dressed and not just throwing on something, even though it might look like I just threw on something like a t-shirt and shorts, like as I did today. I just kind of just threw on a t-shirt and shorts, but I'm wearing my favorite earrings and I'm wearing one of my favorite necklaces. So I think that is 2 small ways that I've chosen to dress up today. And it doesn't always have to be, dressing up doesn't always have to be wearing dresses, but it can mean wearing dresses, because dresses are the easiest thing to put on and look put together in a snap. So I would encourage you guys, especially if you guys are like me and you are on the shorter side and not very and vertically challenged, as they say sometimes. We all should dress up, but especially those of us who are on the shorter side of things should dress up a little bit every day, because if we don't dress up and if we don't pay attention to how we look and take time to do our hair and makeup, we often no matter what we look like. I don't care if we have a little bit of gray or if we don't. We often get mistaken for as children. Like, one of the funny stories that I will tell you is I believe I was in my mid-teens, so maybe I was like 15, 16. I walked into a IHOP for dinner with my mom and dad, and I wasn't wearing any makeup. I didn't really pay attention to how my hair was. It probably was pulled back in a ponytail. And I got mistaken for a kid and handed a child's menu. And so that was something that is funny now, but I was so mad. I mean, I was livid because I'm like, I'm not a kid. And my parents will never probably let me live it down, even maybe after when they see this video, they'll bring it back up again. But now I think it's funny, but it wasn't funny back then. And it's certainly not funny when you are in the workplace or just in any situation where people have to ask you, because they have to really think about, how old are you? Like, I've been in that situation so many times, and it's funny when you think about it and it's already behind you and it's already happened. But when it's happening, it is not a funny situation. So I would encourage anybody watching this, man or woman, if you guys are not dressing up, especially during this time of quarantine, this is the time where you can, if you have the means, I'm not saying spend the check that you get on clothing and on what you guys think is unneeded things. But if you have the extra means to invest in things that will make you look your age, do that, because it'll make you feel so much better. And this time of quarantine, if you have the time and maybe if you need the money to invest in a couple of new pieces, this time that we are in is the best time to make a mistake, because you are not really gonna be asked to go anywhere. So if you buy something and it doesn't quite look good on you, you could always either donate it at a later date to a charity, or you can pass it on to another loved one who might like it better than you like it. But take small steps in just looking your best every day. And I probably have said this so many times, or maybe I haven't, but it's just really made a difference in how I see myself and how I carry myself. And I just really want to thank those people, Bethany and Rachel and Caitlin, who have taught me that dressing well doesn't have to be hard. It could happen in small, easy steps. And I just want to say that they are my inspiration, and I hope that somewhere down the line I am somebody else's inspiration to start dressing well and start carrying themselves as not as an older person, but as a person of their age. And just that you guys start feeling good about yourself. So I hope that this finds you well, and I hope that you're having a great day. And lastly, I want to take this time to send out a little bit of a public service announcement. I really believe that this is not the time to be asking people, especially people in business like myself, if they want business tips, because you guys should know more than anybody else that our businesses right now are in the red. We are suffering, and that is not a statement to say, oh, poor me, I'm suffering and I'll never have my business again. But that is just a statement to say that I am not in a place right now where I can invest in new business tips or I can follow people, because I'm trying to, what my purpose is, and what my purpose always has been, is to try to uplift my community that I have already and not join other communities just yet. And I hate to be mean, but if there are any questions on my question sticky that I put up in my stories earlier that ask me if I want business tips, or if I ask me to follow them, and I'm not already following you in comments in other ways on your social media, please don't ask me those questions, because those questions are going to get a resounding no. What questions I want answered what I want asked are things about me and things about things that can start up a happy, fun conversation about either faith, fashion, or anything in between. But business tips, guys, are off the table. And so I hope that is not too harsh, but I hope that you guys take that seriously. I'll talk to you guys later. God bless. Bye-bye.